Hey, beautiful soul. I love you. Namaste. Now, there's three things that you need to understand if you want to become the master creator of your reality. Okay? The first thing you need to understand is that you are the master creator. You are the creator of your reality, because every decision that you make, every choice that you make, okay, if you choose to hang around a certain person, to enter into a relationship, a friendship with a certain person, or a different kind of relationship, you have chosen, you have agreed to enter into a relationship with that person, to spend time, to have that experience with another person. That will therefore create your reality and your experience. So your choices create your reality, and you make hundreds of choices, sometimes thousands of choices a day, okay, depending on your capacity. And every single one of those choices creates your reality, everything in reality. Over time, like, more and more creations are being created by you, the master creator. And so your reality becomes your creation. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to remember if you want to become the master creator, the creator of your own reality, and take ownership and empower yourself to become the creator, as opposed to being a victim of your circumstances. I'm here to tell you that you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your circumstances. So whether your circumstances are positive or negative right now, in your opinion, right, is because you created them to be so. So if you're going through a tough, challenging, what you would call a negative experience, okay, that is your creation. You are not a victim of those negative circumstances. It's your creation. And the second thing you need to remember is that you're a master creator. That's number one. But the second thing, right, there's three things that I'm going to teach you in this video that I'm going to remind you of. The second thing is that everything you create serves you, right? You are the divine. Okay, a master creator. You are the divine. That is who you are. Okay, you're not a victim, are you? You know. You know how powerful you are deep within yourself. You've experienced it, you've touched it, you've tasted it. You know that you're not a victim. You know how, you know that you can create things in this reality. You've done it. You've been doing it the whole time since you were born. As soon as you came out of the womb, you started creating with the power of your mind. So you've been creating this whole time. That's what I mean by you are a creator. And in fact, you are the master creator, because you have created everything in your experience. Everything in your reality is your creation. All of those circumstances. And you can therefore create different circumstances if you wish to empower yourself. You can give yourself that permission. You can remember that you are the master creator and that you're able to do that, okay? And slowly, over time, day by day, these new choices that you make, okay, to say yes to this or to say no to that because that's not serving you. That was an ego creation. That was maybe one of your past creations was from the lower mind. Okay, we have the higher mind and the lower mind. I'm just smoking a bit of wormwood here, just by the way, just so you know, on this beautiful morning, to cleanse my spirit and my soul. So you're the master creator. You create everything in your reality. That's number one. Number two, everything you create serves you. Okay, everything you create serves you and your highest good. Okay, your soul wants you to get to your highest timeline. It wants you to evolve towards your highest potential. Okay, in the most efficient way possible, although because the divine is so infinite and time doesn't exist, like there is infinite time in terms of the divine, okay? It can seem like things take a while, like they come about slowly, and that's because time really is an illusion. It's not real. Okay, so number 2, everything you create serves you. So what does that mean, and why is that important? Well, if you're looking around at your current circumstances, all right, which is all of your creation, okay, and if you don't like what you see, if you're not happy in your relationships, if you don't like where you live, if you don't like your job, then you can take full accountability and full ownership over your creation and just land in the place of awareness and observe your creation. And without judgment, you can observe and start to understand where these creations, where your circumstances, your current circumstances, how they came to be manifested. Most of you will realize after studying your circumstances, studying yourself, because the circumstances are a reflection of yourself. Your inner world reflects your outer world, as above, so below. We live in a fractal holographic universe. This is all a mental projection. Okay, it's an illusion. It's Maya, this world. The circumstances are actually an illusion. They don't actually exist physically. It's a hologram in a timeline, okay? And it's reflecting what's going on deep within yourself. Okay, so if you want to understand yourself better, the universe is a mirror, right? That's all it is. It's a mirror reflecting back your own consciousness back to you, okay, so that you can understand yourself better and make the tweaks and changes that you desire to become the most highly evolved version of yourself, to allow yourself to jump into higher and higher timelines every single day, to improve your life, the quality of your experiences. We can all do this because we are all the master creators of our own reality, okay? And we can use the universe as a mirror. We can use our circumstances, our environment as a mirror. So if we have a toxic relationship, then that reflects toxicity within ourselves. We've got some inner work to do. If we see that there is war going on in the world and conflict and violence, okay, if that comes into our screen of consciousness, right, then that's a reflection of the corruption and the inner war within ourselves. We have work to do there. And we can sit in meditation, we can practice yoga, and we can go deep within the recesses of our own soul and our mind, our infinite living mind. We can plug into that, which is the divine, which is our imagination, the higher mind of God. That's the work. The work is connecting with the higher mind of God regularly, with the divine. That's the work. Like just sitting in the stillness and plugging into that, going deep into your mind and doing the work in your mind. The work happens in your mind. The work isn't you going out and doing things. That comes secondary. You do the work inside, and then your circumstances will start to change and reflect, because don't forget, it's just a hologram, right? All these gum trees, they appear physical, solid. They are just matter condensed down, like in terms of the frequency, slows down enough that it appears solid. Okay, everything's frequency and vibration. All right, we live in a fractal holographic universe. It's a simulation. You're in a supercomputer. You're inside the supercomputer. Okay, so they're the first two. You are the master creator. You are the creator of your reality. So don't forget that, number one. Number two, everything you create serves you. All right, because your higher self is working through you. Okay, even your egoic creations, your creations from the lower mind, are serving you. And they do that by offering you contrast experiences. Okay, so you experience the other side of polarity. So if love is something you desire, your higher self may create an experience of the opposite of love, okay, which might be hate or the withdrawal of love. So we are the creators of our reality. We are open to every possible experience, because only by experiencing both sides of polarity, good and evil, right, dark and light, only by being open to experiencing the both sides of polarity, right, I know that it's comfortable to just experience the positive and to try and anchor yourself in just the positive and just the good stuff, the stuff that we like, the stuff that's a bit more comfortable, right? Love, joy, happiness, or the things that bring us bliss and euphoria. We would all love, our egos would all love to just be only focusing on those energies, right? But the alchemist understands, and the alchemist wants to understand, and the creator wants to understand itself, himself or herself, in totality, right? If you follow this channel, you desire to understand yourself in totality, and you understand that these contrast experiences will help take you deeper into the other side of the polarity. So I'll give you an example. If your burning desire is love, like, which it is for me, my highest burning desire is to experience love, to create love in everything that I do, with people that I love, with things that I love. That's it. My life, like, I try and keep it pretty simple. Like, that's pretty much, I like to experience joy within that love, but it sort of like comes with it. So for me, I just keep it real simple. That's all I'm here to experience. When I wake up in the morning, I'm asking myself, how do I create love in this world? And how do I radiate that out to wherever I am, to the people around me, into my community, to raise the frequency, to help others heal, and to connect, to open the space to connect with others, these so-called others. You're the only one here. It's a hologram, but these other aspects of the divine that you've created, they're your creations. These other people are your creations. As well, we create the other people around us. We create every relationship. That's why the only relationship you will ever have is the relationship with yourself. That's the only relationship you'll ever have. So it's the only relationship that you need to work on, is yourself. Self-love. If you can master self-love, you've mastered this universe, and you'll be able to move on to other universes and go on some other adventures at that point. And you unlock the game. You finish the game at that point. If you master self-love, it's pretty much why we're here, to master self-love, to learn how to love ourselves. That's why we come to planet Earth. It's probably the biggest reason. It could be the only reason. Planet Earth, like, if you observe planet Earth and the people who live here, how many people do you think authentically love themselves unconditionally? How many people? Like, it would be such a small percentage of people, because everyone is doing things that they don't like, and that is a form of self-betrayal. Every day people get up and do things that they don't like. They might work a job, or they might do this because it proves them worthy in society if they are seen to be volunteering in this capacity or doing this activity. It's all about how we look to others. We're so focused on how others perceive us. We're fearful about not fitting into society, when we're all unique and we all have something unique to bring to the earth, to each other, like for this experience, but we are scared, deeply afraid. So anyways, going back to the contrast experiences, sometimes your higher self, which is God, which is spirit, which is the universe, which is you, right? You're a fractal of your higher self. You're just a teeny tiny part of your higher self, but within that teeny tiny part contains the whole of your higher self, the whole of the divine. Just so you know, that's everything is within you, okay? But you can go through contrast experiences. Your higher self will put you through contrast experiences, okay? And it will take you to the opposite of love, for example. It will take you into, you'll have an experience where you don't feel love. You feel there's fighting, there's violence, or you're in a situation where people don't love each other. Maybe they're just too busy with their jobs, working in the matrix, and they're just stressed, whatever. You might have an experience like that and you'll feel the heartache. It'll hurt you. It'll break you. You might get betrayed by someone. Like, it'll be like a knife through your heart. And spirit, which is your higher self, might hold you in that experience for weeks, for months, right? In order to imprint that pain into your infinite living mind and into your nervous system as well. So, because, like I said, everything you create serves you. When pain shows up, it's the pain teacher. It's serving you. It's there to help you, okay? And the pain you feel from experiencing something that isn't love, where love isn't like the number one priority, where people are fighting against each other and there's disharmony, when you experience that and you go through that with people that you love and it breaks you and you feel the pain and you have to just sit in the pain and there's no escape, right? First of all, you're gathering energy, which you can transmute into light because you're an alchemist, right? So there's a benefit there. That's going to serve your creation. It's going to help you get to that highest timeline, right? But then it just offers you that contrast so that when your higher self does take you to your next timeline, which will or might have love in that timeline. You might have your next experience coming might be an experience of deep love, okay? And when you do, and you're here to experience everything, and you are going to experience everything. So just know that if that's your desire, if love is your desire, that it's coming, you just have to collapse the timeline and be patient as your higher self orchestrates that experience in divine timing when you are ready for it. When you are ready to receive the endless, infinite, unconditional love that is the essence of all life itself, when you are ready to experience that, your higher self will line it up for you. If you haven't experienced it yet, if you're not experiencing love right now, it's because you're not ready to experience it. Your higher self wants to take you through some other experiences first, and sometimes these are contrast experiences. They're the opposite, okay? And then when we are ready to experience love on that highest level, the highest level of unconditional love that is available, when we're ready to plug into the divine, then we've already experienced the contrast, the opposite. And so when we do experience love, it's like, wow, like I am so grateful for experiencing this love because I know the opposite. I know the other side, what it feels like to not experience love, to not be in love. And therefore, we are going to be grateful, more grateful for the experience that we're having. So it takes us deeper into gratitude, and it means we're less likely to make mistakes that would lead us to sabotage that love. So that love is we're going to be wiser. We're not going to do anything to fuck things up. Like, you're not going to mess up that perfect, beautiful relationship because you've had the contrast experience before where you know how bad it gets. You've had experiences, Spirit has shown you things. You've come to understand, while you might have been in that contrast experience, you've observed and you've come to understand that, okay, like, this is where things went wrong. I'm going to make sure I don't make those same mistakes in my next timeline or in my next relationship. So you're here to learn from these experiences, and your higher self is very clever, very intelligent. It is the divine. Your higher self is the divine, and you're a fractal of your higher self. And so they're two really important things to remember to become the master creator of your reality. You are the creator of your reality, number one. Number two, everything you create serves you. Number three, creation is finished, okay? Every timeline of you, every version of you has already happened, been created, exists now within you, within the multiverse, right? The infinite number of timelines that exist. It's all metaphysical because this is all a hologram. Everything you see in your reality is a hologram, right? So it's a reflection of light, okay? And It's just condensed down the waves, condensed down to a frequency that allows things to appear solid and allows us to touch them, like touch a tree and feel it. It's a wave, a gum tree, right? A gum tree is matter, right? It's energy that has been condensed and slowed down to a frequency, right, that it appears solid. It's all electromagnetic. When you touch a gum tree, right, I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. When you touch a gum tree, it's repelling you electromagnetically away from it. This is not solid. If you looked at this with the microscope, it would be 99.9%, 99.99999999999% empty space. This is empty space, right? This is not solid. It feels solid because the electromagnetic particles that make this tree, this hologram, are repelling my hand and pushing my hand away, okay? If I get my frequency in a certain state, right, I will be able to pass my hand through that tree, right? Because that tree is mostly empty space. The atoms would just slide past each other, okay? This is all an illusion, right? Maya, they call it in Hinduism, right? All an illusion, okay? And that's a really powerful thing to understand. It's not, Earth is not as it seems. It's not solid matter. It's a fractal holographic universe that we live in. All right, so creation is finished. So all possible possibilities for you, your highest timeline, right? Your burning desire for, let's just say it's love. Your burning desire for love. That timeline, the timeline where you experience pure love already exists, okay? We all have this dream life that we have for ourselves, dreams, you know, of places where we want to live, of relationships we want to have with people, of experiences that we want to have with people. Okay, we all dream about that stuff. Our dream life, maybe the dream home that you live in. Like, generally the material stuff doesn't really matter too much. It's more about relationships and love and connection and experiencing the divine, because actually nothing is material. As you can understand that everything is holographic, right? The material stuff just fades away. It's an illusion. So like, you might like the idea of, like, you might think, I'd really like to drive a Lamborghini, to have a Lamborghini and a beautiful, nice big home. But ultimately, like, what are you seeking from those things? What is it that you think, what is it that you're seeking? Like, your ego thinks that you want those things, the material things, some nice clothes so you look nice, so you present well, you know, so you're attractive to the opposite sex. Your ego will trick you into, like, thinking that all these things are important. But actually what you're seeking is love. You're seeking these things, the Lamborghini, the nice home in a nice location, because you want to attract certain energy into your life. You don't just want to sit in a big mansion with your Lamborghini by yourself and have no friends and no family. You want to share your creation with other people and feel a deep level of love and connection with the people that are around you and everything that is around you, because you realize that it is just a reflection of you. So ultimately, it's self-love. Ultimately, you're seeking love outside of yourself, which is dangerous and an illusion, because love is not outside of you, because you are love. Everything is within you, including love, especially love. That's what you are. That's who you are. So, lots of little tricks. There you go. We'll try and trick you, but creation is finished. Everything. Creation's done. There's nothing to be acquired. Like, there's no meaning to any of this. It's all finished. It's just here for us to access. Now, so you can timeline jump from timeline to timeline to timeline. You can have any experience that you want if you know that you're the master creator. You can have any experience that you want, that you desire, I should say. Try not to use the word want because it comes from lack. But your desire, anything you desire, you've already acquired. It's already, because it's within you. Okay? That's what it means creation is finished. So if you can understand that creation is finished, that you are the master creator, and that everything you create or have created in your reality serves your highest good, you can hold a deep level of faith within yourself. You can hold a very deep level of faith within yourself. Faith in yourself, knowing that you are the divine, that you contain everything within you. Nothing is outside of you. And you are the most powerful being in your universe. You are at the center of your universe. Okay? You are at the center. Other people are at the center of their universe. There is an infinite number of universes existing at the same time here. An infinite number of universes. There's my universe that I'm living in. There's your universe. Your parents have their universe. Your siblings have their universe. Your friends have their own universe. The universes overlap with each other and we co-create at times. Sometimes we create from just ourselves. Other times we collaborate, co-create with others. We're co-creating with the divine because we are the divine. So this is really about merging with it all. The Divine Father, the Holy Mother, and the Child, the Holy Trinity. Everything, this is where we create from oneness with all things, knowing that it's only us. We are the only ones here. And we created everything, every timeline. There are literally trillions of timelines that exist. Trillions and trillions and trillions inside this supercomputer that we live in. They're all stored in the Akashic field, which is the invisible field all around us that we can't see, the quantum field, which Einstein talked about and studied a lot. And, you know, we still don't, you know, the scientists still are a bit obscured and baffled by the quantum field and what it is, because it's, the scientists struggle to cross over to they're very scientific, but they lack the understanding of spirit. And anyway, that's just the way it is. But yeah, just remember those three things. You're the master creator of your reality. Everything you create serves you and your highest good. With no exceptions. No exceptions. Everything you create serves you. And number 3, creation is finished. It's all done. There's nothing to acquire. You don't need to struggle. You don't need to prove yourself. All you need to do is love yourself. It's all about self-love. All right? If you master self-love, you master this universe. It's the hardest thing to master. Because, do you know why? Because we betray ourselves. Like, you understand, we have these experiences. With planet Earth is duality. There's good and evil. There's dark and light, right? And there's everything in between. And you are everything. You are the dark, you are the light, and you are everything in between, okay? Because that's the totality of the divine, right? And if you don't want to cut yourself off from the totality of the divine, there's a lot of us are afraid of the dark. So we'll cut ourselves off from 50% of the divine, the potential of the divine. And we just stay in the positive polarity, right? But we don't get the depth, the level of connection and experience that we're seeking. We don't get to that point of self-love. You can't get to that point of authentic self-love if you're not open to both sides of duality, and if you're not open to experience everything that there is to experience. And it takes a lot of faith. It takes, you're constantly taking the leap of faith, because sometimes you are called by your higher self to jump into an experience or to do something that's going to change the course of your life, and in a very powerful way, and take you to a place that you're not sure of, into the unknown, right? We're always like jumping off the cliff into the metaphorical unknown, right? The metaphorical cliff. Constantly just saying, okay, higher self, divine, I trust you. I know who I am. I know that I am the divine. I know that everything I create serves me, and I know creation is finished. And so I know that my higher self has this path lined up for me with all these timelines that are perfectly spaced apart. And I know that I'm going to have experience after experience after experience. And all of those experiences, whether they're positive or negative, are going to help me get to the place that I desire to go the most, right? And you can enjoy every experience, even the experience of suffering and pain and hardship. If you can learn to be present and stay in faith, and if you know those three things, that you're the creator, everything you create serves you, creation is finished, if you understand, if that makes sense to you, if you're able to remember these sacred truths, then nothing will be able to challenge your faith in those moments. You will be able to remain anchored deeply in your faith and take those leaps of faith and act on your highest excitement in every moment. So your higher self gives you these clues, and it's all about chasing your highest excitement, following your bliss, as Joseph Campbell would say. Bashar talks about following your highest, or acting on your highest excitement, okay? So the more that you can act on your highest excitement, hold yourself in that high frequency, everything will line up for you. But remember those three things. Watch this video multiple times if you need to. Watch my other videos. I'm always reminding you, beautiful people, of your potential. And I'm a messenger. I'm here. I have been called by the divine myself to just share these messages, and I don't expect anything in return. I'm just here, just sharing sacred truths, helping you to remember. I don't have anything to sell you. You can't buy anything from me. Like, I do not want to make any, this is not about making money from like me doing these videos. I don't desire to monetize them in any way. This is purely just the divine channeling through me, sharing my own sacred truths from my own inner gnosis and my own experiences that I've had. And I hope that it helps. And I love you so much. You're a beautiful soul. You are perfect. You are, if you're a woman, you're a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful goddess. You are so perfect. I love you so much. You are so divine. Don't forget. If you're a man, you are a beautiful, handsome, solid man. A man of great power. And I love you, brother. And you're my brother for life. And I love all of you. And I wish you all the best. And I don't know what day it is because I just live in the present moment, but I hope you have a beautiful week. I pray over you, over your soul. I pray abundance. I pray love. I pray peace. I pray harmony. I pray for joy for you, right? I pray that you will find your own truths, right? I'm sharing some truths, my own truths in this video, but ultimately you have to find your own truths, right? You can't just listen to me and say, yep, you can't just borrow my truths. I'm sharing my own truths. You will have your own truths, okay? What I've shared in this video is true for me, It may not be true for you, or perhaps some of it lands and some of it doesn't. Take what resonates, discard what doesn't. But you're a beautiful soul. You have everything within you. And you've already mastered self-love. You already are. You've already merged with that frequency. It's within you. There's just some electromagnetic interference that the ego is still like just hanging on for dear life, hanging on by a thread. That's okay. It's part of your process. Love your ego. Build a relationship with your ego. But I pray all of those things over you. I pray for forgiveness. If you have hurt other people or stepped on other people on your journey along the way of figuring out who you are, that's okay. We all do that. I've done that plenty of times. And, you know, I think on planet Earth, I think we all hurt each other at times until we become aware of that we are hurting each other. And then the beautiful thing is that we can stop hurting other people and apologize and say sorry. And that's a beautiful thing. So don't be worried if you've hurt other people. It's just what we do. We're all sinners here on Earth, pretty much. Like, as hard as you try on planet Earth to be free of sin, to be a being of love, like, I mean, I just keep fucking it up. But it's okay. You just say sorry, you apologize, you move on. I think it's just part of the experience, you know, that until you become fully enlightened, right, you're going to just keep hurting people. And it's not a bad thing. It's like, you know, try and minimize the damage. Set your desire, your intention to not cause harm to others, to anything outside of you. You can have that powerful intention there, and that will protect you. You will cause minimum harm to others, but it's okay if you do inflict a little bit of harm on this world or spread a little bit of negativity or whatever. You have your moments where you break down and you know, you have your little moment and your little tantrum or whatever. That's okay. Doesn't matter. It's just part of your experience. It's just where you're at. Like I said, your circumstances will reflect what's going on inside of you. So if your body, which is outside of you, right, even your body is an illusion. It's just a character. It's an avatar in like a video game. So if you see yourself, observe yourself having a bit of a tantrum and being in sort of what you would call like non-alignment with the divine, you're not aligned with love, let's say, because you're all actually always aligned with the divine. You are. But if you're not aligned with love in a particular moment, if it gets the better of you, then just observe, no judgment, no attachment. Okay, cool. This is where I'm at. This is what my circumstances are reflecting back to me. Right, I've got some work to do here. What's it trying to show me? Why am I throwing a tantrum? What emotions am I feeling? Okay, I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling angry. Okay, cool. Great awareness. As soon as you splash the light of awareness, as soon as you radiate the light of awareness on your emotions, they start to dissolve. They no longer have power over you. They might still have some, but it's not as much. Anyway, awareness is very powerful. Shine the light of awareness on your emotions and what's really going on. Self-study. In yoga, we call that svadhyaya. Study yourself, get to know yourself on a deep level. When you have a moment where you react negatively, have a tantrum, cause harm to someone else, say something that's unkind to your partner, why did I do that? Just go and reflect. Go and sit quietly in meditation. Reflect. Why did I throw that tantrum? Why did I react that way? Why did I react aggressively? Okay. And you start to understand. You're putting awareness on yourself. Okay, maybe you were frustrated. Maybe you were angry. Why were you angry? Who's making you angry? Is it something outside of yourself? Are you forgetting that nothing is separate? Are you forgetting the illusion? So you can start to piece together why you sabotage your own life at certain times, why you create difficulty, why do you betray yourself at times and make your life harder than it has to be? Because that's what most people are doing. Most people are making their lives so hard for themselves by adding all of these activities that are all egoic, right? That aren't really about the highest desire for that person, but the ego is taken over, and the ego is convinced the person that they need to go to work and accumulate money to buy all these things outside of themselves to make themselves feel happy and worthy and to feel loved. And that's a trap from the ego. Ego is very clever, very sneaky. Ego will keep you trapped in those cycles of lack, of scarcity, but you're the creator, the master creator of your reality. So what you're tuning into and what you're transitioning towards, you're moving away from lack and scarcity, and you're moving towards abundance and love and prosperity and peace and flow and harmony and joy and bliss and euphoria. Okay, but it's about remembering. It's simply, you got to just remember who you are. That's all you have to do. It's a deep remembering. And when you remember who you are on a deep level, right, and the programming in this world is crazy, right? To change your belief system takes a lot of work. You're going to have to sit in stillness, deep stillness. You're going to have to give your body deep rest because your body's going to be very tired from carrying out all of those ego creations, that job that you had, that all those relationships that you created out of ego that were just fatiguing you the whole time. They were never filling you up. They were never filling up your love cup, those relationships. Most relationships people have are draining them. Are they not? I bet you most of your relationships, right, are out of fear. You have gone and found a friend or made friends with a certain person because you were fearful of being alone. You didn't do it because you loved that person's energy and you were like, yeah, I desire to be in a relationship with that person, to be friends with that person, and to create beautiful experiences of love with that person. Some of us are lucky to have friends like that, right? But for the most of us, we go and get into relationships because we have an empty void within ourselves and we are seeking to fill that void. There's a fear within us, right? And out of fear, we go and look for something outside of ourselves, but we forget that everything is within. It's all about self-love, right? Okay, if you master self-love, you'll attract the person who is also in love, who you can then share because you're overflowing your cup. Your love cup is overflowing. So if you do that way, instead of using relationships to seek to fill an emotional void within you, to satisfy a fear of the ego that you're going to be alone if you don't make friends. So you just make friends with whoever you work with or whoever's nearby, anyone that would be your friend. You just sort of be a bit desperate about it. You don't think it through consciously. You just let the ego just, manifest that. Then that relationship, that friendship, or if it's a sexual partner, it's only going to be a matter of time before that relationship goes very badly, goes to shit, because you initially engaged in that relationship to fill an emotional void, to feel complete. And if that person is not able to help you to feel complete, which they never will be able to, because only you can make yourself feel complete, because it's all within you. You have to love yourself first, like so deeply and intimately, and you have to be totally, radically, authentically in love with yourself. It's the only way, guys. It's the only way to end the suffering. If you want to end the cycles of suffering, the karmic loops that you've been stuck in, right? The survival loops, the egoic loops, you're all stuck in those loops, those fear loops. And I know that you want to break free. Like, I absolutely know how desperate you are to break free. And it's self-love. Self-love is the key. Remembering who you are will help you to love yourself and understand yourself and remember who you are. And when you remember who you are as the divine, and you see that everything is you. Everything is a holographic projection of your inner world. And it's all your creation. Once you understand that, like how divine, what you actually are, right? You're not a person. You're not a person. You're the divine. You're everything. Everything. Every tree, every animal, every plant, every lake, every ocean, every fish, every human, every bird, every mushroom, every home, every element, every mineral, every microorganism in the soil, of which there are trillions and trillions, every worm in the soil. You are everything. 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 And when you understand that you are everything, when you have this deep remembering, when it lands on your soul, and it will, give it time, give it time. If you are dedicated to remembering who you are, to changing your circumstances for the better, if you are dedicated to love, dedicated to the divine, knowing that that is you, that you're the divine. So if you are that dedicated and committed to yourself, to seeking this level of self-love that you know is within you, that you know the world needs too. It's not just about you, but this world that you've created needs your self-love. You have created all of these creations. And you've forgotten that you are love. You are the source of it all. And so it's a very sad and beautiful love story that's about you. This experience of life is a love story. And the love story is about you and no one else. And we all love these things that are outside of ourselves, and they're beautiful and they're great. But ultimately, it's an illusion. They're a reflection of ourselves. Ultimately, it comes back to us. The buck stops with us, stops with you. That's it. Take full accountability. You're not a victim. All right, so this is a very powerful video. If you watch the other videos on my YouTube channel, like all my videos are just reminding me, just yarning about different stuff that's been coming up for me in deep meditation, different realizations that I've had, different experiences that have helped me that might also help you. I'm not expecting anything in return from offering these teachings to the world. I don't seek to monetize any of my teachings. I understand that I am money. Money is just energy. Money means very, very little to me. I acknowledge that money is a tool that helps orchestrate. The divine uses money as an energetic tool to orchestrate and bring things together, resources. It's a part of this creation. But, and I love money. Money's fantastic, but it plays a role. But love is the only thing of substance for me. So I am doing this, my intention for doing these videos, sharing these videos, which is also like, I've had some, I've been challenged recently, right? But I spent some time in prison recently. They persecuted me. They came after me because of what I was talking about in these videos, these online videos that I do. So I went to jail for 2 months, had a crazy experience because of some stuff that I uploaded to social media here in Australia. The police arrested me, and they used, in court, they read out some of the things that I had said in these videos and determined that I was, they used that against me in court, in the justice system. So I've got to be careful, because, I mean, yeah, I'm doing this for love, for no other reason, to help the people that I love, which is all of you. I love you all so much. You're all so divine. But also, I got arrested recently and spent time in jail for some of the stuff that I uploaded to social media. So I hope that the reason why I share that with you is because I want you to know that, like, I'm taking a bit of a risk here, like sharing these teachings. They're a bit obscure. They're quite radical and out there, and they unsettle lots of people because they threaten to dismantle the systems that are currently in place, the governmental systems, all the subsidiary organizations underneath the government, like all the my teachings. These teachings that I'm sharing, like if these teachings empower people to remember that they're the creators of their reality, right? You're no longer handing over any authority to government or anyone outside of you to say, yep, you have control over me and my circumstances. So these corporations, they thrive on having control over people and harvesting energy from people like yourself, okay, in their very clever systems that they create, their monetary systems, right? And you as the creator are about to break free from these systems. If you remember the 3 things that I spoke about in this video, then you're going to become so empowered and so sovereign within yourself that these corporations would no longer have any power over you. So that's why I've sort of been a bit targeted by the authorities here in Australia. They have not been happy with the things that I've been sharing on social media, and they even went to the point where they arrested me, put me in jail for 2 months, which was actually a really powerful level up experience. I might talk about that in some future videos. It was a contrast experience for me, but I found freedom and inner peace, and I found love, deep level of love in prison. It was tough. I experienced trauma as well. I have been, my character got quite traumatized in there by some of the things that he saw, but it also opened me up to this contrast experience to take me deeper into the other side as well. And I'm currently in the process of it. It also allowed me to really draw on a lot of energy, a lot of powerful energy, which I'm just still is sitting in my energy field at the moment. So I had this experience being in prison for 2 months. The energy of the other prisoners around me, like, they have a lot of energy and it's not always positive energy. It can be quite dark energy, a lot of violent energy. And so I was really confronting to be in that environment. It did unsettle me and inflicted some trauma and physically, like, it has challenged my body physically, mentally, emotionally. And so now I'm in a state, I've just come out of that experience, that timeline, and now I'm integrating it, and I'm slowly transmuting this energy that I picked up, because I'm an alchemist, just like you are, the master alchemist. So I absorbed all this energy from the other prisoners. I was like a magnet. They would come to me. I was like the chaplain of the yard. Very quickly, I became the chaplain of the yard. People would just come to me and share their troubles and whatever was going on for them. And it was beautiful. I met lots of beautiful people. So many divine people in there. Really sad. A lot of people who have also been targeted, like me, for sharing things on social media and Yeah. So anyway, I had that experience. It's done. I'm going to wrap this video up for today. It's been really lovely chatting with you. Yeah, I love you. Don't forget, I love you. You're beautiful. You're perfect. Creation's finished. Okay. Don't stress about anything. Don't worry about anything. Be present. Come back to the present moment. Like today, whenever you catch yourself stressing about something, worrying about something, come back to the present moment. Remember that I love you deeply, and I always will, forever and always. I've got you. Energetically, I've got you. I've got your back, right? Forever and always. In every moment, I'm always there, right? Energetically, in spirit, right? I'll never let you get to the point where it's too much that you can't handle things. I will never let you get to that point. My love is undefeated, right? My love is unconditional. It's everlasting, eternal. It goes on forever, right? That's me. And I'm your friend. I'm your best friend. And I love you, right? Whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're my brother or my sister, right? Whoever you are watching this, I love you so much, and I'm backing you. I'm putting all my money on you, right? I believe in you so strongly. I believe that you can do anything, achieve anything, be anyone, go anywhere, create anything, create the most beautiful artwork, creation like that has ever been created. I believe that you can do that. I believe that you can do anything. I believe in you so much. And I know that you believe in yourself too. So hold on tight. We're in this together now. We are in this together. The energy shifting is in the collective, right? We're in this together, and let's all put energy into this now. Let's get this. We've drawn in a lot of dark energy sitting around at the moment. It's sitting there. It's in my energy field, so you can feel it. You'll be able to tune into it, and you'll have your own energy field that's got some certain energy in it. Let's bring it all together now. Let it just slowly spin, and let's put our intentions behind transmuting this dark energy all together. Everyone that watches this video, let's just all set that intention now. This deep remembering, this deep coming together, this deep merging of love into love, right? And this powerful revolution, transformation of energy that we are all a part of, right? We are all like, if you're watching this, you're part of my soul family. We are soul family. We are part of the one soul family, right? And together we can all create this powerful revolution, this powerful shift in consciousness, because we're all desperate for it. We're all ready for it. We've done the work. Keep doing the work. Have a blessed week. I just pray so much abundance over you this week. I pray so much love over you. I pray that it comes from every angle, in every direction, just flooding in. I pray that in your dreams when you sleep, like you are attacked by love in a nice way. It's tough. Don't get me wrong. It's tough. Let me know what you think in the comments in this video. Say hello. Yeah, I love ya. Namaste.